Hey, Gordon, how you
So,
doing? How hard is this for you personally after the great start you've had and you were in
yeah.
such great rhythm?
Yeah, it's frustrating. There's no doubt about it. Felt like we were building some good momentum as a team, as well as me individually. So timing of it, definitely frustrating. But I mean, I think with all things considered, I think it's not that bad and should be healed up pretty nicely pretty soon. So happy for that.
When you initially happened, was there some concern that it was going to be a longer term thing, like when you were first
Yeah, I
coming
think
back?
I mean you always think about the worst case scenario, and certainly on the play, it I didn't know exactly what happened, but I heard it and felt it and knew something immediately was wrong, and that's kind of why I signaled like, let's go check this out. And then it's hard to know, like after looking at the X-ray, like it's clear as day that it was broken. It's just nowadays you don't know what that necessarily means, and it all depends on where the break is and how long it can be. So just like I said, happy that relatively got good news, and it shouldn't be that long. So
Yeah, Gordon, how much does it help that it is your offhand and not your shooting hand?
yeah, I mean I think it'll help once we get closer to towards playing for sure. Um, I think you have the amount of time it takes for the bone to be healed, and then after that, you kind of have the like pain tolerance. Can you play with it, work through it type phase? And so certainly with that phase, it'll be better that it is on my left hand, um, my non-dominant hand. So I think that helps for sure.
The team said 6 weeks. What is the prognosis for, I mean, how before you can do any sort of basketball activities?
Yeah, I mean I think we'll take it as cliche as it sounds, take it day by day and week by week, and it's one of those things where once the bone is healed, then it's kind of like how much can you tolerate and how well does my body handle with the swelling, and kind of how well it takes ramping up activities and doing different basketball things. So, um, you know, honestly, looking at the plan that we kind of set up today and just kind of attacking each day. And like I said, hopefully we'll be back sooner rather than later.
Is there a pin situation?
A pin?
Do they have to put pins in
Yeah,
or
they put
anything?
a pin
Okay.
and a plate in there, but that supposedly makes it stronger and makes it heal faster. So I think that's a good thing this time around. Yeah.
Could you identify the artist behind the work of art that is on your hand?
Yeah, we got Charlotte Hayward and Bernadette Hayward. Some of my favorite things: puppies, unicorns, rainbows. I tried to get them to not use purple and go with some green, but they were pretty adamant about some of the colors that they picked. So I guess an artist is going to be an artist.
Gord, everything's kind of relative for people, and going through what you had to go through prior, does this almost seem like, hey, this is relatively cake?
Yeah, it's driving a bucket for sure. Like I said, just happy that it shouldn't be that long. Obviously frustrated. I mean, it sucks watching and not being able to go out there and play, and especially with the start that we've had. But I mean, this time around, I'll be able to run around, use my legs, still maintain my conditioning, which I'm very thrilled about, and then be around the team too, and kind of stay involved, which is good.
Gordon, the play, you said it was kind of a strange play.
Yeah.
You reached out and felt Aldridge. Did you fracture your hand on the first contact or the second? Because he hit you again.
Right. Yeah. I've watched the play, and when you watch it in slow motion, it's like, what happened? Like, I don't even think anything should have happened. It doesn't look like it's that bad at all. I think it must have been initially. I think I must have hit him like here or something, and the force kind of just traveled through, and then broke right in there. I mean, that's my guess. I don't know. It was one of those two where I don't think LaMarcus knew he was trying to screen. I think he was trying to post up, and then he kind of just DeJounte drove it, and he kind of just was in the way, and we ran into each other. So, it was just a random play, and sometimes that's basketball. Sometimes that happens. So I don't know exactly when it happened, but it was certainly that play. So.
Do you know how long you'll be
I'm not in a cast, which is great. It's just a splint, so I can take it off. I've taken it off already to do my exercises, and you know, you're trying to keep as much motion as you can in it, and hopefully, I think Friday I'll be able to, you know, clean the dressing and kind of move on from some of the initial parts of it. So that's good.
Brad was talking about some follow-up stuff. Is that kind of the main stuff it is in terms of reunited dressing?
Right. Yeah, just following up from with the surgeon in New York and making sure that everything initially is good, which it has been so far, and I plan that it will be. And like I said, then after that, you change the sutures, and then you can really start kind of sweating with it and getting going. Thanks, guys.